What up, y'all? It's Flo, short for floecity. I'm about to go ahead and spit this little poem for y'all. I had a long day, so kind of just work with me. I'm reading it off paper, so work with me on that too. You feel me? Here it go. It's called Mama's Little Girl. I see and speak rainbows, but nobody knows how deep and far this pain really goes. See, it's not that I'm making excuses nor with your sympathy. With me, do not cry. I just want you to realize that this happens every day. And now it's at the peak that with every breath I take is being wasted as one less rescue I make. One less girl who can choose her own fate. One less girl who has to live with being raped. I want you to get in my mind, see what I feel. Breathe my inadequate breaths. See, I was 12 and only 12. But to this man, I was grown. Grown enough to get it in. Feeling as if I am nothing but sin. Not sin as a verb, but sin as a noun. I was the very definition of sin. Grown enough for him to take his oversized calloused hands and touch me in places in my body I knew nothing about. Well, actually, I have to go back about 6 years. At the age of 6 and only 6, in some people's minds, I shouldn't be able to remember this, but damn. Were they the ones who woke up naked in front of all their friends? Were they the ones who had a little boy display on them what he'd only seen on TV? Were they the ones who laid there stupid? And see, I have to say stupid because it wasn't helplessly. Embarrassed that nobody would believe me, I knew how it would turn out. I had already foreseen. But yet I couldn't speak. I couldn't move. So I was stupid. And like I'd foreseen when I woke up, I got up as if it were a dream and everyone began to laugh at me. And as I looked down in my head became a horrid scream of reality. Laid out on plate was my dignity, staring at my naked body. I realized he had taken me. I guess being named Sin was my destiny, cause 6 years later my vagina became a grown man's priority. See, what really tears inside of me is he called himself a part of me. See, this was supposedly my father. All because I had a deceptive mother. In my mind, I would have thought she would have pulled out golden bullet shotguns to protect me. Instead, the little girl she was hid inside me found shelter in a deep hole beside me, drains energy from my body. I carried both our pains in my heart. She was blind to what was happening to me. In her own house, in her room, in her lingerie, there was no way for her to know my misery. All because I was too afraid to open my lips. Afraid to separate my lips to allow my words to flow out like spit. I was sick. Some say I was stupid for not saying anything, but they just don't. They don't know. I didn't want to see him beat my mom anymore. I don't want to watch her crawl into a ball and take each and every blow. I couldn't watch my mama hurt. She held me for 9 months. She stayed strong while I kicked at her ribs from inside. She caressed her stomach, only knowing I can feel it too. And when she had contractions, she could only count 1, 2. She went through hell for me, so strong was the only thing I could be. But every time he inserted his venomous snake, I felt like she was watching me, eyeing me with thankful eyes. And at that moment, I felt worthy. But the longer he went, the more she faded. Constant blows to my uterus. I felt like my abdomen began to seep out through my screams like my tears were scorching blood. My body bruised and weak for the moment. My mind like a galaxy of shooting stars, particles constantly bouncing off the endoskeleton of my head. My ears like torches, my voice down Helen Keller, and I couldn't speak. He must have mistaken my Helen Keller for me, responding to how good he felt. He was sick. At this time, I couldn't even be saved by any guy behind a pulpit. Now I lie there like a wingless, footless bird. I could no longer fly, not even crawl to safety. And yet he still went on. I don't know how he kept his heart on, because in my mind, the muscles in my vagina were cutting the circulation in his dick. I went through 3 years of this. He went in and out of my holes like Swiss cheese, bruised at my knees, as he forced my head into this black hairy forest that surrounded his bird. And every now and then I would gag. One time I bit. I bit so hard I thought it would split. But the only thing that seemed to split was his power glow. His power blow against my forehead. And then I met her. My best friend. She was my first introduction to the colors in this world. She was my freedom. She was my strength. She explained I wasn't wrong. She held on as we prayed. She loved me. She freed me. She became a part of me. That's when I sung a song that saved me. I told mommy first she believed me, then she deceived me. Every time she rejected the truth, I cut deep into my skin, split arteries into my veins. I tried to cut away sin, tried to burn the tears. I tried to burn the tears from my heart. I pulled and pulled, but from every angle he pulled, and he pulled. And again my strength tangled. Just gave up, continuously throwing up. In time she came around. She became a mother, and I love her. But see now, I face a sin to where it only lies on me. I was addicted to the feeling of a man inside of me, to the adrenaline rush of hoping an egg doesn't nest in my ovaries. I can only blame myself. I let it get to my head, addicted to just the tiniest touch of a head. See, my so-called daddy, he ruined me. But how do I get the strength to keep every other man out of me? See, that was the second stage of healing, but when I heal, I realized what I deserve. A man. A man to love me and appreciate me, respect me, protect me. One day, I'll find that, and I won't let him go. And the moment he kisses my lips and wraps his arms around me, I'll know for sure that my past does not own me. My body still belongs to me. I am worthy of being more than just a tragedy. Thank you guys. That right there is called Mama's Little Girl. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Sorry about getting emotional. But yeah.